Welcome to CelebTide.
Justin Bieber is allegedly scared to perform at Coachella this weekend. Justin Bieber is set to perform at Coachella on Saturday, and we already discussed this week how he allegedly has a minder watching him 24/7 to get him to the stage sober and ready to perform due to his alleged substance abuse. But now it's been alleged that Justin is afraid to perform because he thinks it's going to rain and he's fearful of electrocution. Fortunately for him, it looks like sunny skies this weekend in Coachella Valley, California, so he shouldn't have anything to worry about. It's also been reported that Justin is filming a documentary, but allegedly he hasn't gotten any filming permits for his last two performances in LA. So is he really shooting a documentary without permits, or maybe the whole thing was a rumor? This north of the border singer is scared of performing in the rain, electrocution fears, so this weekend could be rough. And again, this is allegedly Justin Bieber performing at Coachella this weekend. That north of the border singer might be filming a documentary, but no permits were pulled for his last two LA shows. And again, this is allegedly Justin Bieber.
Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story. Let's talk about Justin Bieber, because right now, that name is carrying more weight, more emotion, and more comeback energy than almost anything else in pop culture. Coachella is happening, the desert is alive, and Justin Bieber is at the center of all of it. But before we get into the headlines, let me paint you a picture of where things stood just 12 months ago. A year ago, people were not talking about Justin Bieber with hope. They were talking about him with fear. His name was being mentioned in the same breath as Liam Payne and Aaron Carter, two incredibly talented young men who tragically never found their way back from the darkness. Social media was filled with worried comments, conspiracy theories, and what felt like premature eulogies for a man who was still very much alive. Videos were circulating that showed Justin looking lost, disconnected, and worryingly unwell. Fans were crying, critics were harsh, and honestly, a lot of us who cover celebrity culture were genuinely scared for him. So when I tell you that Justin Bieber just performed at the Roxy and the Troubadour in Los Angeles, and that he looked alive, truly, radiantly alive, you need to understand how significant that is. This wasn't a man going through the motions.
I think Hailey Bieber isn't going to leave Justin Bieber just yet because he's going through some type of addiction and she doesn't want to leave him while he's going through that. Justin's been showing that he's been going through some type of mental distress for some time, especially leading up to Diddy's trial. And from what we've seen, it does appear that he has some type of disdain for his wife, especially with how he clowned her for her Vogue cover. But after seeing him perform Snooze with SZA, that put things in perspective for me. I think the people that are saying that Justin leaned over like that out of emotion and that he was, upset, I think that those people are wrong. I think that was damn near a fent lean. That man was falling unconscious, standing up, leaning over, dropped the microphone and stopped singing and everything. SZA walking over there and grabbing him by his face was to wake him up and bring him back to reality. And him kissing her arm in response is not a normal response, especially with him being a married man. People saying just harder was right before he passed. And that's scary. And it makes me feel like Hailey's staying with him to be his support system throughout whatever it is that he's going through. But for the people that clown her for staying with him, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know if she's the one keeping him afloat. You don't know. But what I do know is that Justin needs to get off stages and he needs to go get help expeditiously. The way he looked on stage was so freaking sad.
I'm really happy to see that Justin Bieber has pulled off the ultimate comeback and that Bieberchella is in full effect. And as somebody who spills pop culture tea, I try and be as respectful as possible. Of course, I'm not perfect. I've thrown shade before, but I'd like to take this moment to say I'm very proud of Justin Bieber, and I'm very excited for you Beliebers out there because you're gonna have the weekend of your life. So just wanted to put in perspective that a year ago versus now looks very different. So if you're going through a struggle or you're going through very dark times, don't give up because you never know what tomorrow will bring. Your happiness is just around the corner, sweetie. And remember, when it's the darkest, that means that the light and the sun is coming at you, okay? Don't give up.
This was someone reconnecting with the music that made him who he is. Someone who looked like he remembered why he loved the stage in the first place. That joy you can't fake. That kind of presence doesn't come from a PR strategy. It comes from healing. Now there is a blind item making the rounds. And I want to be crystal clear. This is alleged, unverified, and should be taken with every grain of salt you can find. But the claim is that Justin's inner circle has been deeply concerned about him making it to his Coachella performance in a stable and sober condition. According to this blind item, there's reportedly someone close to him keeping a watchful eye around the clock, making sure he arrives at that stage ready to perform. On top of that, another layer to this story suggests Justin himself has been anxious about performing in the rain, reportedly fearful of electrical risks on a wet outdoor stage. Now, and here's some good news. The forecast for Coachella Valley this weekend is looking clear and sunny. So if that fear was real, nature may have already handled it. There's also a rumor floating around that Justin has been filming footage for a documentary. Interesting concept, right? A record of his comeback arc. However, sources are noting that no filming permits appear to have been pulled for his recent Los Angeles shows. So either the documentary is happening quietly under the radar, or this whole story was never quite what it seemed. Time will tell. But here's where I want to step away from the gossip for a second and just be real with you. Justin Bieber performing at Coachella is not just a concert booking. It is a statement. It is a chapter in a story that almost didn't have a next page. For anyone who has ever watched someone they love battle addiction, battle depression, battle the kind of inner war that doesn't show up on a doctor's chart, you know what it means to see someone come out the other side. You know what it means when the person you were afraid to lose shows up again, smiling, present, and breathing. I'll be honest, as I've never been his biggest fan. There are things in his personal history that have made it difficult for me to fully root for him the way believers do. But none of that matters when we're talking about a human being's survival. When we're talking about someone who is on the edge of becoming another tragic headline, and didn't. That matters more than any album, any beef, any tabloid drama. This Coachella performance could genuinely redefine the next decade of his career. The world will be watching. Millions of people who drifted away will be tuned in, curious, maybe even hopeful. And the believers, oh, they are ready. They have been patient, loyal, and faithful through some of the darkest stretches of this story. They deserve this moment. And if you're reading this or watching this right now and you're going through something heavy, I want you to hear this. A year ago, people were writing Justin Bieber off completely. And today, he's headlining one of the biggest music festivals on the planet. Darkness is not the end. It's just the part of the story that makes the light hit harder when it finally arrives. Don't give up on yourself. Your comeback is still being written. We'll be covering every single moment of Coachella right here, so stay close. Whether you're in the desert or on your couch, we've got you covered with all the updates, all the moments, and all the tea. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel.